जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
कुंज बिहारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ धारी
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज निरंजन
यमुना तेरा बनचारी
यमुना तीरा बनचारी
अयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
अयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
अया गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज निरंजन
यमुना तेरा बनचारी
यमुना तीरा बनचारी
अयो राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे नाम संकीर्तन की
जय
प्रभुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्रीमद् इंग्लिश अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
जय
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय
जय
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय
जय
समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय
जय
समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय
जय
समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय
जय
पांचा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, Narada's instruction on Srimad Bhagavatam, Text 21. Tvamatmanatmanam avehi amoghadruk.
त्वमात्मनात्मानमवेह्यमोघदृक्
Parasya pumsaha paramatmanah kalam.
परस्य पुंसा
सः
परमात्मनः कला
परात्मनः कालम्।
Jam prajatam jagatah sivayatan.
अजं
अजं
प्रजातं
प्रजातं
जगतः
जगतं
शिवायतम्
शिवायतम्।
महानुभावाभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यताम्
महानुभावाभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यताम्
त्वमात्मनात्मानमवेह्यमोघदृक्
त्वमात्मनाम् आत्मानम् अवेह्यमोघदृक्
त्वमात्मानात्मानम् अवेह्यमोघदृक्
त्वमात्मनात्मानम् अवेह्यमोघदृक्
परस्य पुंसः परमात्मनः कलाम्
परस्य पुंसा परमात्मनः कलाम्
परस्य पुंसः परमात्मनः कलाम्
परस्य पुंसः परमात्मनः कलाम्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
महानुभावाभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यताम्
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 महानुभावाभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यताम् त्वमात्मनात्मानमवेह्यमोघदृक्
त्वमात्मनात्मानम् अवेह्यमोघदृक्
परस्य पुंसः परमात्मनः कलाम्
परस्य पुंसः परमात्मनः कलाम्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
महानुभावोऽभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यताम्
महानुभावाभिधयोऽधिगण्यताम्
त्वमात्मना त्वमात्मनात्मानव्योमोद्धृक्
त्वमात्मानमवेदमोघदृक्
त्वमात्मनात्मानमवेह्यमोघदृक्
परस्य पुंसः परमात्मनः कलाम्
परस्य पुंसः परमात्मनः कलाम्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
महानुभावाभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यतम्
महानुभावाभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यताम्
त्वमात्मानात्मानम् अवेह्यमोघदृक्
त्वमात्मनात्मानम् अवेह्यमोघदृक्
परस्य पुंसः परमात्मनः कलाम्
परस्य पुंसः परमात्मनः कलाम्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
महानुभावोऽभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यताम्
महानुभावाभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यताम्
तं आत्मनं मनम् अभे अमोघदर्ग
त्वमात्मनात्मानम् अवेह्यमोघदृक्
परस्य पुंस परमात्मनः कलम्
परस्य
पुंसा
पुंसः
परमात्मनः
परमात्मनः
कलाम्
कलाम्
अजातं जगतः शिवायतम्
अजं प्रजातं जगतः शिवायतन्
महानुभावोऽभुदाय दिगन्तम्
महानुभावाभ्युदयोऽधिगण्यताम्
त्वं
त्वं
yourself
yourself
atmana
आत्मना
by your own self
by your own self.
by
atmanam
आत्मानं
super soul
the super soul
abehi
अवेहि
search out
sets out
amoghadruk
अमोघदृक्
one who has perfect vision
one who has perfect vision
parasya
parasya
of the transcendent
of the transcendence
pumsaha
pumsaha
the personality of Godhead
the personality of Godhead
paramatmanaha
paramatmanaha
the supreme Lord
of the supreme Lord
kalam
kalam
plenary part
plenary path
ajam
ajam
birthless
birthless
prajatam
prajatam
have taken birth
have taken birth
jagataha
jagataha
of the world
of the world
shivaya
Sivaya
for the well-being
for the well-being
tat
that
that mahanubhava
Mahanubhava
of the supreme personality of Godhead
of the supreme personality of Godhead
Sri Krishna
Sri Krishna
abhyudaya
Abhyudaya
pastimes
pastimes
adhiganyatam
Adhiganyatam
describe most vividly
describe most vividly
translation and purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Your goodness has perfect vision. You yourself can know the Supreme Personality of Godhead because you are present as a plenary person of the Lord. Although you are birthless, you have appeared on this earth for the well-being of all people. Please therefore describe the transcendental pastimes of Krishna more vividly. Purport. Srila Vyasadeva is the empowered plenary portion, incarnation of personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. He descended by his causeless mercy to deliver the fallen souls in this material world. The fallen and forgotten souls are detached from the transcendental loving service of the Lord. The living entities are part and parcels of the Lord. They are eternally servitors of the Lord. All the Vedic literature, therefore, are put into systematic order for the benefit of the fallen souls. It is the duty of the fallen souls to take advantage of such literature and be freed from the bondage of material existence. Although formally Srila Narada Rishi is his spiritual master, Srila Vyasadeva is not at all dependent on a spiritual master because in essence he is the spiritual master of everyone else. But because he is doing the work of an acharya, he has taught us by his own conduct that one must have a spiritual master, even though he be God himself. Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Rama, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all incarnations of God had accepted formal spiritual masters. Although by their transcendental nature, they were cognizant of all knowledge. In order to direct people in general to the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, he himself in the incarnation of Vyasadeva is delineating the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharane Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyat Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yesterday, we discussed a very pertinent philosophical question. And I think that everybody should introspect on that very pertinent question. And that question is that in this world, all actions are happening in the hallucination state. That is, each soul is hallucinating. The world is like this, world is like that. He is my enemy, he is my friend, he is my children, he is my family. I'm an Indian, I'm an American. This hallucination is going on. It is also talked about croaking of a frog. Why croaking of a frog? Because a frog croaks to unite with a sea frog. But the snake hears where is the frog. Snake is able to localize the source of the frog's sound. So snake comes and swallows the frog. Similarly, we are all hallucinating. We are all hallucinating. And until our so-called hallucination is stopped by the snake, and the snake is the time, Kala. Again, we are given a chance to practice Krishna consciousness. Again, we started hallucinating. And this nonsense hallucinating business is going on. So yesterday, Professor Santosh, is he there? Santosh is not there. Santosh is not there. He was asking. So that means we are propounding the philosophy, Brahman, Satya, Jagat, Mithya. Now, we are not propounding that philosophy. Shankaracharya is certainly right that Jagat Mithya and Brahman Satya, but beyond Shankaracharya is devotional service. This world can be used in Krishna's service because this world is non-different from Krishna. This is a big philosophical advancement beyond Jagat Mithya and Brahman Satya. In Brahman Satya, Jagat Mithya, you reject Jagat. Whereas we accept Jagat as Krishna's manifestation and use it Krishna's service. And lifelong, if I'm using everything of this world in Krishna's service, every day you get up, you think about Krishna, you do Mangala Arati, you do worship of deity, You offer bhoga 3 times at least. If you are a grihastha, if you are in the temple, 7 times offering to Krishna. So like that, you need to do it. So we chant Hare Krishna, we read Bhagavatam, we hear Bhagavatam. So like that, these activities that we perform, they are not hallucination. Even if I have no ruchi, I have no interest, but they are not hallucination. They are not hallucination because these activities are given to us by the grace of Guru and Krishna. So we must continue in this Krishna conscious activities, even if I'm suffering from passion and ignorance. Yesterday, this fellow, our Chiranjit, was asking that I'm not able to feel the suffering. Yes, when you are intoxicated with your teenage syndrome, when you are intoxicated, the pride of youth, when you are intoxicated with a lot of ambitions and lot of desires, you cannot feel the suffering of this world. Suffering of the world will be felt when you get a big jolt. You have a big jolt in your life. You will not be able to. So, why I was telling all those aspects? Because this particular verse, Naraji is giving direct instruction to Vasudeva, saying, you are actually literary incarnation of Krishna. You are empowered Satyavesa avatar. So just like you have propounded 4 Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, you are more than capable also to describe Krishna directly. If you start glorifying Krishna directly, then the humanity at large will be benefited. And you are capable of it. You are capable of describing Krishna vividly, directly. You must describe vividly as well as directly. Not by hidden means. No. So Bhagavatam is full of glorification of Krishna. From Canto 1 to Canto 12. And this glorification of Krishna must be heard continuously. By hearing, we must be able to assimilate and explain to others. Kathayantascha mam nityam, bodhayanta parasparam, kathayantascha mam nityam. So one should understand the theology of Krishna consciousness. Now you see that many people, most of you, must have heart attack when I told everything is hallucination. You went to the restaurant with your friends, family members, you celebrated birthday party, you spent some thousands of rupees. And I am saying that is hallucination. Very difficult to digest. But this is our theology. Our theology is everything is hallucination unless and until you use your situation in Krishna's service. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada is giving emphasis that Srila Vyasadeva has compiled Srimad Bhagavatam out of great compassion for all of us. And if still we don't take advantage of Srimad Bhagavatam, like Sridevi Mataji was sharing with me that she has received now new copy of Srimad Bhagavatam, whole set from her sister, Dr. Bharati Mahapatra. So this Bhagavatam must be read, heard. That is not hallucination. Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, these are not hallucination. Chanting Hare Krishna, these are not hallucination. So you can imagine what a waste of life. After knowing everything is hallucination, still we continue in our hallucination activity. Like the scientists, suppose I become overwhelmed with the chanting of Hare Krishna. If I start behaving like a madman, scientists and psychiatrists would declare that I'm hallucinating. I'm hallucinating. Right? But who to tell scientists that they are the real hallucinating fellows? I know that if you tell a scientist that you are hallucinating, I think that he will immediately commit suicide. I am like Steve Hawking, almost at the same level. You see, my colleague, his colleague Roger Penrose got Nobel Prize in Physics just a week before, and been told that I'm hallucinating. I'm in the waiting to get the Nobel Prize, my dear friend. So this, I think these debates are very nice to say that why, whether it is scientist, whether it is atheist, whether even so-called religionist, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, everybody is hallucinating. Everybody is hallucinating. Because, why hallucinating? Because you are acting on a platform that doesn't exist. You are thinking your house, this is your house doesn't exist. You are acting on a platform where your family members, your children are existing. They are not existing from your ontological perspective. So it is hallucinating. Just see that I have 3 daughters. I'm already now 55. Okay. Let's say not today I will have a heart attack and it's gone. And because of my, let's say I have committed some sin and I degrade into some animal life. So I'm born only here. My children are here. They are seeing me in the body of a dog or a cat. And with a stick, they're trying to drive me away. So are they my children? Or am I their father? Hallucinating. Just think about it. If you really think the whole world is simply hallucinating. We are simply wasting our energy in things those have no basis. No basis. That is why a learned person, he withdraws himself from everything that is hallucinating. He takes reclusive shelter of Sri Sri Guru and Krishna and performs those activities that is meaningful. From my perspective, my relationship with Krishna, that is real. I am the servant, Krishna is master, not opposite. So this relationship is pakka. Nobody can violate it. So if I start reciprocating with Krishna, in this relationship, my croaking like a frog or my hallucinating business will be stopped. It will not be stopped immediately because it takes a lot of time for purification, depending on how greedy you are. You are extremely greedy and you are ready to insulate yourself from everything, Dhana, Jana, Sundari, Kavita, Jagadisha. Then, obviously, you can make very fast progress. And never, once you accept Krishna consciousness and chant Hare Krishna, never aspire for anything material. No material aspiration, only spiritual aspiration. Okay? So, when you do that and surrender to the will of Krishna, then there is a great hope as far as you are concerned or I am concerned, as far as my future is concerned. My future is bright if I fully surrender to Krishna. So now devotees, just meditate. And I would like your own realization of hallucinating in the chat box. As simple, as straightforward, if you would like, it is not forced. That how you have hallucinated and hearing this discussion, you really feel ashamed of your hallucination business. Okay? Let's hear some of your music. Like I hallucinated being at IIT Kanpur, although since 20 years in IIT Kanpur, I used everything here in Krishna's service. We, in the campus, we fearlessly preached. But just for this was, preaching to very few people, I invested so much of energy in this institute. So much of energy. So it's hallucinating. Complete hallucination. So each one of you can pour out your hallucination, not artificial way. If you feel that you really have hallucinated, then only you put in the chat box, not by force. And we will read it, and then we will go to the next verse. Hare Krishna.
Banker, and I wanted the promotion and all sort of things. Then, but recently, and a year before, I was about to give the promotion. Take the promotion also. But then I don't know why, but I just thought ki nahi, I should not go for promotion. And then mm slowly and gradually, I turned towards this spiritual path and started chanting and all. And now I am a regular uh, like listener of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam through your course and all. And recently, I also happened to visit the temple nearby my house. And yesterday also, went there, and I felt so much relieved and all that I can't express that, as if my soul is satisfied or what. I had prasadam there, and it was very, very peaceful, very satisfactory, and very divine, and so much. That's all, sir. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Meghna Mataji. Thank you. Yes, anybody who takes to Krishna consciousness, one immediately feels the internal peace. Why? Because almost the passion and ignorance are put into rest. They are not. Because by accepting Krishna consciousness, it is like, you put ghee into the fire, fire will burn. And passion and ignorance, you just have to be in a situation filled with passion and ignorance. This world is full of passion and ignorance, wherever you go. So immediately you start burning inside. You are feeling helpless. You are, and you can feel. So at least by coming to Krishna, you start thinking, oh, I am different than what I'm going through. So journey starts. Thank you. Thank you, Meghna Mataji. Ritu, I feel that before reading the book of Srila Prabhupada, knowing Krishna, my all activities were in hallucination only. Yeah, if you have really understood Mataji, you have made a very serious progress you have made. Chiranjit, we are studying for getting good grade job. Even if we get job, at the time of death, we have to leave everything. Even when I was in school, I was thinking if I study well, I'll get IIT. And there is a lot of happiness in IIT. After coming to IIT, I realized that it was just a hallucination. Chiranjit, you are very new. It will take a lot of time, but at least, I was pointing in the beginning that your question that I don't feel that I'm suffering. So I don't know whether you heard that why you are not feeling that you are suffering. You are not suffering. There is a reason. Suvendu, I thought I will be happy in the next stage of my career, but it never came. After hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and practicing Krishna consciousness, I realized it is hallucination. Manish Satu, Manish Sati, Manish and Nikita, they are two brothers and sister, right, Manish? You are brother and sister, right?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Manish, you and Nikita are brother and sister, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, we are siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to be sure that the same Manish I'm talking to.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So Manish and Nikita, they are from Kedarnath. There is a village near Kedarnath. They are from that village. And they are now in Dehradun and studying. So Manish is saying when I was in 12th standard, I used to think that marks are very important for our life. Where is that? Marks are very important for our life. So I was depressed. I used to study hard, and when I did not get good marks, I used to be depressed. So when I came in Krishna consciousness, that I found my real purpose of life. I'll tell you a very nice story here. And I know one fellow who is a businessman, and he has a business in Doha. I have gone there. I have, done some preaching program in his house. And this fellow is a school dropout. He's a big businessman, and he's a school dropout. And in his school, there was a topper. At some point of time, this topper was not getting any job. And he approached this friend of his who was a school dropout. He didn't even pass the school. And he gave him a job. Right? And we are thinking that my marks will make me happy. My wealth will make me happy. My beauty will make me happy. And these are all hallucinations. At least being born in India, from the very childhood, we should have been inculcated in this very science. Philosophy was not told to us. It was not told to us. And that was the biggest problem. And India is the most corrupt nation because we have no spirituality. Spirituality was thrown into oblivion. Philosophy, theology was thrown. And who will speak in our society philosophy? My grandmother. And what my grandmother say? अरे बेटे अभी chanting मत करना, टाइम आएगा, पहले शादी कर, 12 बच्चे पैदा कर, घर बसा, ये सब कर, तेरा टाइम आएगा ना, अभी क्यों कर रहा है? This is our grandmama story. And this is how the whole Indian society has become a very, very useless society. And we have a great responsibility that how we take this knowledge of Krishna consciousness and hand over to everyone. Everyone deserves to get Krishna consciousness. After they are given, if they reject it, that is, then we have no problem. But until and unless we ensure that everyone, every children have got Krishna consciousness message, we should not sleep peacefully.
Hare Krishna, Swamiji, Sridevi here.
बोलिए.
Few days back when you were talking about, about the dedication to work versus dedication to Krishna, and I, like a knave, was arguing with you that, oh no, it's my karma, this and that. And from the last 2 days, this topic which is going on about hallucination, actually, I think all my friends who are listening to you in the group, I got the meaning of that hallucination. You are rightly pointing it out, because you see, just in the name of something that is ephemeral, which is not going to be a permanent thing in our life, we just run after it. And that example of the DSP, I kept wondering. You're right. The moment we are not in the position, we are not cared by anyone. But Krishna is always there. He was with us even when we were poor. He is with us when we are rich. Even I was a teacher or not a teacher, he is still with me. This word hallucination, which you have been using it really touched my heart. People are just looking at the word hallucination in the dictionary meaning. But the word hallucination, what I have understood is, we are trying to live a life okay, which is only gives us that momentary pleasure, like in a dream. In a dream, we become very happy or we become very sad, but both of them are not real. And moving ourselves, trying to say, no, I'm very busy now. I don't have time to read. I don't have time to chant, but I have time for all other things. That is that hallucination which you are trying to point out. And like an argumentative child, I try to talk to you, but very sweetly you try to explain to me. And the last 2 days, I was trying to get a chance to speak to you. And now what I have decided is, uh, I said no. I have my time with God. I have my time with Krishna. I have my time to read. I am supposed to give those times for them and not keep on mixing all those worldly things, Maybe if I'll do very well, then my commissioner is going to pat me on my back. Maybe if I do something, my colleagues are going to appreciate me. Maybe I will try to cook an extra dish and please my husband. I am not doing that now. Thanks a lot, because it let me drop me out of all that.
Sridevi Mataji, please
Ji.
make some nice dish preparation for Krishna and then feed
No,
your
no.
husband, and then his tummy is satisfied, then he would not pick up any quarrel with you. Otherwise, your life will become hell.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think I'm already
From one
in
form
that
of
word.
hallucination, you would enter into another form of hallucination. So don't do that. So it is more important. I will give you a very nice example.
Please.
I'll give you a nice example. Prabhupada's sister, whom all the Prabhupada disciples called her as Pishima. In Odisha also, we say Pusi Nani.
Bua.
Bua is in Hindi.
Yes.
So Pishima, so he was addressed as Pishima by Prabhupada disciples. So Pishima was born with Prabhupada's sister. Her name was Bhavatarani. And when she got married, she got married in a family where they were fish eaters.
Okay.
So they were born in Vaishnava family. They didn't know what is fish. And suddenly she has gone to a family where they are eating fish. And because she has come for the first time to the in-laws place, there is a big feast and big fish also. And when she was invited by her in-laws to come and eat, she realized what they have cooked. And she started crying. And then her mother-in-law came and realized that she doesn't eat fish. So she specifically ordered, some bharta or something to be made quickly so that she can eat. So now what followed next is that she has to remain Krishna conscious. But her family members are fish eaters.
Okay.
If she says, I will not cook fish, then there will be great pandemic in the house. You are Bahu of our house. How can't you cook? Whatever we like, you must cook. And because she was brought up as a Vaishnavi, she realized what is the best thing now to do. In fact, although it was very painful for her, she cooked fish in her house, but she would never eat, nor she had any interest. But then that made her to be detached more and more and more. But simultaneously, she served her family members so nicely, took care of her children so nicely. At some point of time, her husband also became a Vaishnava. Her family members became Vaishnava. the last moment of his life, when Prabhupada became a celebrated Parivrajacharya and Acharya and started establishing Mayapur, our Mayapur project. So she would go and stay in Mayapur. And after Prabhupada left, Prabhupada disciples took care of her until she was in this planet. Very nice. So the idea here is Krishna consciousness is a very personal thing. Nobody can stop it.
Yes.
But we have to be very careful how we act such that my internal peace is not disturbed. Because if my internal peace is disturbed, I can't practice Krishna consciousness. I cannot chant, I cannot read. So by some arrangement, I am in different place. So that is why when IIT Kanpur students, they come and they ask, sir, I have no interest in studies. They say, I know that they don't study. Their parents will stop sending the stipend, whatever tuition fees, everything. And they themselves, they are not so advanced that they, after some time, they will lament and they will curse Krishna also. So I always tell IIT Kanpur students, you study well, you score 10.0. And they feel very happy. Oh, my teacher has told to score 10.0. And they study very hard. So the idea here is that we tell people to do certain things such that their internal peace is not disturbed. If internal peace is disturbed, suppose you are not doing well in studies, your parents would push you, your peers would say, "Arey bhai, ye gadha hai, 4.5 points rakh raha hai." So like that. So that is why Prabhupada told us we should behave like a paramour. As long as, once we have given up the world, then there is no, we are beyond so-called societal rules. But as long as we are in the society, we must behave like a paramour. What a paramour does, because she has another one whom she loves. But then she has her husband. She has a friend. So she is clever enough that she must please her husband and children in such a way, in-laws, they never doubt that she is a paramour. Because the moment people know that she has a paramour, then finished. Her inner peace is gone and gone. So similarly, Krishna is our paramour lover. So to please Krishna, to maintain our inner peace, we must do everything that is necessary to do. Minimally necessary, not over-endeavoring. We must do so perfectly that I have my peaceful time to spend with Krishna, to spend with Bhagavad Gita, to spend with devotees, to spend with teacher. So this inner peace should not be violated. In all situations.
Thank you. And one more thing I like to share with you is, out of, he was making fun of me. And he said, from today, I'm going to call you Krishna Dasi. And I was so happy. I said, fantastic. No more Sri Devi. I'm going to call you Krishna Dasi. I said, Badhiya. At least by calling my name, you'll call Krishna also. Excellent.
Very good. Okay. So
Hare Krishna, sir.
I think we had some fun time here. Sometimes we should have also fun time, because Krishna consciousness is a very funful way. It's not a, once you realize your real nature, everything of this material world looks So funny, so bizarre. And so we must lead a life full of fun and humor. Chiranjit. Now also when I get good grade, I feel it is because of my hard working, but it's because of my karma and don't deserve my happiness. Akhay Naik. I remember my days during +2, we used to go to sea beach. We used to build sand castles. The waves used to wipe it away, but we never became morose. But in our material life, we are suffering a lot. When I lose something, although it is the same as sand castle, which are meant to be destroyed. Yes, everything is sand castle. My job, my family, everything. All dreams that you made, everything is sand castle. Chiranjit Rai, I will not stop writing. Sir, I understood very well that I am in ignorance. That's why I am not feeling that I am suffering. There is a lot of ambition within me which happened in my age. So I'm not understanding that I am in illusion. Good. Good, Chiranjit. Yeah, Pishima in Bangla is sister of father. You are right. Hare Krishna, sir. Huji. Dandavat Pranam. I really don't have any realization that the world is hallucination. But I had a nice experience in my BTech, which gave a lot of conviction to me that I am not the doer. Once my BTech guide gave me to code a difficult problem in MATLAB, and I was really working hard to understand it and do it for an entire day. But I went to my room frustrated and slept. Just when I woke up, I am not able to see things. When I woke up, somebody can type it, put it in the screen. When I woke up, what happened? Somebody can read that? Tarun?
Yes, sir, I am reading, sir. So, Mayor Pritam Prabhu has wrote like I really do not have any realization that the world is hallucination.
Oh, pad liya. Once my BTech guide gave me, usse padho.
Once my BTech guide gave me a MATLAB problem, and it was really working. I was really working hard to understand it and do it for entire day. But I went to my room frustrated and slept. And just when I woke up, I suddenly had an inspiration and I immediately wrote the entire code in 5 minutes. That day, I felt that I am not actually doing anything. It is that inspiration which came and it automatically made me to do the task. Somehow I felt that things just not happen because we want it to happen. Meher Prabhu.
Meher reminded me, I have narrated this. When I studied in Ravenshaw College, my father was very ambitious that his son should study in the best college. Although I studied in Chandahandi, Panavada High School, 50 kilometers from Umarkot. And my father put me finally in Ravenshaw College in 1981. When I went there from a village where I used to go to school barefoot, I entered into a college that was completely alien to me. In our school, we had, we were around 20 students or 21 students. We gave the board exam. And here I came 128. It's mind-boggling. We had 2 sections, 128, 128. And then never teacher would teach anything, because out of 128, almost 50% are day scholars. And they will not allow the teacher to teach. They will create some disturbance in the class. And I didn't know. Nothing I learned in the class. So just like Meher Pritam experience, I went to my hometown again, Koraput, Chandahandi, and there in the summer vacation, I have taken my book. I don't understand anything. I have not understood anything. But suddenly, as I opened my book and started solving the problem, physics problem, at the end of the chapter, I felt I'm able to solve it. That experience made me realize that I am not the doer. Somebody is making me to do something. And after reading Bhagavad Gita, I realized this is three modes of material nature. According to your karma, sometime you will do well in your studies. If your karma is too bad, you cannot do well. Even if you fail, you feel that you are very, very bright, intelligent. I have seen, because I was DPGC convener in IIT in my department 2003 to 2005 for 2 years. And I've seen so many boys were terminated during my time. And they were very brilliant and, high scoring student. Why they were getting terminated? So just looking at, wherever you see that things are not happening, you must know that things are not happening means you should take that as an opportunity and invest in Krishna consciousness. Then becoming restless. Okay, next. Read next. Tarun.
No, sir, no more there.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think you people got some idea that how we are hallucinating and how many lifetimes we have hallucinated. So let us say no to hallucination. Sincerely. And make progress in spiritual life. Okay. Thank you very much for hearing. I will tell you, end this one, because this is hallucination. I will tell you or end this one with a story. Our great grand spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, was a very great storyteller. He's an extraordinary storyteller. So I will tell his story. Please attend, please hear, and then take that story to your life. And tomorrow you let me know how much it has worked. It will take 5 minutes, but be patient. Stories like this. Earlier time, there are Jadugar, those who do magic. And so they come, they perform, and they give amusement. In fact, in my childhood days when I was studying in Chandahandi, many Jadugar used to come, and that is the only enjoyment you used to have. Of course, the other things are there, but this is one of the very nice source of enjoyment, entertainment. So this Jadugar team is a family. That means father, mother, brother, sister, like that. And So they came to the king's assembly and they performed. They said that we know, nice, we are good at magic, we are magician. We want to perform for your enjoyment. We don't want anything from you. Normally, nobody would go and tell Raja that you give us something, right? Why Raja? Because Raja is pleased, he can give anything. So they perform. The king is sitting, the queen is sitting, the children are sitting, the ministers are sitting, other big shots are sitting. And performance started. It was mesmerizing performance. Absolutely mesmerizing. And as soon as Queen saw it was a fantastic performance, and there are certain sequence that when they perform, people applaud like that, right? And suddenly, Queen got up and took her necklace, very valuable necklace. You may think of crores, and put it on the neck of the sister. And as soon as the sister was garlanded by the necklace of Queen, suddenly the son, because as far as king is concerned, he doesn't know whether they are father, mother, son, and Queen, they don't know. And son became very envious that I performed much better than the sister, but she got the necklace. I didn't get anything. Immediately she beheaded. And the sister. When the sister was beheaded, the father and mother, they started crying. And then they said, what is the purpose of our living now? So they snatched away the sword from the hand of the son and killed each other. And the brother saw his whole family is dead, lying in the pool of blood, and took that sword, killed himself. So in front of queen and king, the ministers, the entire team of magicians are lying in pool of blood. The assembly was absolutely in happiness, and now suddenly they're immersed in distress. The queen was lamenting and saying, cursing herself, why did I hand over that necklace to the girl? And they were lamenting, and the whole kingdom, the king, the ministers, they were feeling very bad. And nobody is able to remember, forget this. And days in, days out, days are passing. People are trying to forget this whole situation. And then one day, a parcel came to the king's palace. And king was surprised why this parcel is coming, from where it came. And king and queen, they opened the parcel and they saw the same necklace that queen has given as a gift. And they are surprised. How this necklace, who gave it? And then there was a letter. And the letter, the magician team is writing, our dear king and queen, we hope that you enjoyed our performance in your assembly. We appreciated the thunderous applause from time to time. But I wish that you have really enjoyed our last act. And then they're saying, we are still performing our magic. Today, we have a program at this particular place, at this particular time. If you want to see, you are most welcome. The letter ends. Queen and king were speechless. This is the world is. World is like a magic show. Somebody is killing someone, somebody is beheading someone, somebody is insulting someone. It's magic. Hallucination. I hope you enjoyed this story of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. It makes some sense also to your life. Those who can really understand this very well, they will make progress in spiritual life. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpataruvasya kripa sindhubhyo vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo.